Welcome back, everyone. It's a Tier 10 game on Sand River, and I am driving the Russian, one of many Russian Tier 10 medium tanks. Soviet medium tanks, the Object 140.
Move out.
So this is a exciting little match I had. Matchmaking looks pretty good. I got player in a 262A and Batchat 155. Both know their business quite well. With some solid players. Other tanks know the team, hey, well, this is the Tier 10 team that they're doing, particularly their Leopard 1 player. And they have a very funny AT-15 that were probably going out with some control platooning and have ended up in a very unfavorable matchup. And I get spotted here by the Bulldogs from crossing, going, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Ow. Well, the good news is, although the T-175 shot me pretty good, I did manage to get by without getting tracked. So now that I'm up here, spot where I think I can use this tank's decent turret armor and ridiculously high rate of fire to do some damage, like this light tank, this Type 62 that just got in my way. I'm sitting here looking for more shots on the 62. This is a big heavy tank battle going on down in the C7 area. Just trying to be patient. Wait for something to come out where I can shoot it. When suddenly there's an IS-7. That is just not a fight I'm interested in. I'm very lucky it hits and bounces off the armored belt of my turret, but I'm not interested in sitting there having a long-range gun duel with a hull-down IS-7. It's just not going to work. Instead I come down here looking to pick up some damage with these massive heavy tanks down here. I'm going to start with this Tiger 2 just because he has 20 hit points and I can expose myself just to him and not all the other tanks I shoot in pieces. Tiger 2's got good armor for a Tier 8, but it's no match for the ridiculous firepower of medium. When he runs and hides, you start putting shots into the next tank line, which is a much tougher prospect. 75. Oof, once again, lucky to shoot the armored belt on my turret. See the Tiger 2 again. He's going to get the cover. I'll go for the cupola, the only part of the 75 I can see where I can reliably damage him. I'd much rather go to the lower plate, but it's being covered up by that Tiger 2. I'd love to shoot through one tank to get into another one. It just doesn't happen. The 75 hides. I put another shot into the Tiger 2. He's taken a moment later, and now it's really all just E75. E75s are very tough tanks. And I'm not going to risk this one. There's got to be some player being able to pick up and carry the game against my team. So I just right on focusing on going for that one weak point. I can see that little tiny cupola on top of his commander's hatch. I'm trying to make it difficult for him to put effective fire back on my tank. Checking quickly on the T-62, make sure he's alright. He's got a Leopard, a T-34-2, and an IS-7 all looking at him, but he's still at full health. He's doing alright. Oh, just missed the cupola. Oop, he's turning his flat side to me. He's not looking at me. I pop back out again. Put on a good round into the E-75. Just prosecuting this guy. At that angle, I don't think I can go through his lower plate anymore, but the top of his turret normally, so put a shot in there. Shooting this gun almost non-stop so far this match. I've already done 200 damage. I'll count you now as I flank those guys over there, but the first got to finish doing this E75. I'm getting shot in the rear while I'm dealing with them. The good news is, I can see a bit to my left. It doesn't look like anything up there have a good shot at me. My gun's trolling me pretty hard. Yeah, it looks like me and the Persian pops out for a shot whenever really in a Persian. I thought put a shot into him. Oop, he's now one shot. Let's see if I can finish him off my next one here. Oh, it bounced. It's going to be a long image this one. Oh, they already gets him. Alright, cool. With him gone, it's now safe for me to advance on this T-34-2 and try and put it into a pincer where I can just rip him apart. Our Bulldog sees to make a move, decides, hey, he's going to get some of this action, goes charging out. Takes a bit of a nasty hit and finds out what the IS-7 is the hard way. The IS-7 is still over there. Not really interested in fighting with the IS-7. So I'm going to finish up this light tank first. There we go. And like C-62 is calling for an attack on the IS-7. He's still at full health. He's sitting up there all beast mode, but now he's by himself. And, well, he's got a pair of Soviet Tier 10 medium tanks looking his way. T-62 gets behind him. I charged forward, assuming that he was going to be looking away, and that's not actually the case. I tried to duck away, can't quite do it. But now he's got a T62 in his rear and a 140 in his front. And, well, he's 30 now in his rear as well. I'm just going to sit here, and he's really focused on shooting at me, isn't he? Your health is too low. Take him out. Very nice of him to sit there and just let the T62A just dump his full DPM into the rear of his tank. So the T62 is still in full health. I'm quite okay with him leading the next charge. The IS-7 yells at him for shooting heat rounds into his rear. Yeah, whatever. Do what you gotta do to get the hits in. He was facing the 62 from the front at one point. Come on here and see a tracked Jaeger. Oh, I would definitely want some of that. Nice 3 from him. He just ate a big AT shell from somewhere. Now I'm shooting this AT-15. Trying to keep the T-62 covered. Of course, my gun's not behaving. I hit the hatch on top of the 15 or to damage him. And unfortunately, 62 takes him out. He lost a lot of hit points going in there, but these things happen. Hard to KV4. I also like to use this opening. Well, there's the artillery. I don't know how he managed to launch a shell from down in there to hit the IS-3, but he's gone. And now there's just a Leopard 2 to find. It's at this point that I look up and suddenly realize, holy smokes, I've registered almost 5,000 damage on the other team. Thinking the T-62 must surely have done this well. He's got 4 kills after all. I say I got like 5k damage to 62. What about you? So I'm thinking he's got to have something close to that, right? Right? No, apparently not. Oh, crazy. So now we're just going to hunt down the best player on the enemy team, this Leopard, who has managed to escape off somewhere. So I'm running through a high speed here while we're looking for him. There's last seen up here when he killed our artillery. Maybe he's still hiding back in this corner. No. Just looking for this for him. Maybe add even more damage onto this kind of awesome damage score. And 6-2 and I stick together. When we find him, 2 guns, work him over. We'll kill him very quickly, even if he's in full health. Luckily he's at half health, which is good because that means I go to kill him by myself. Still, big gun and a 443 health. It's a small chance he can one-shot me. With his next shot, oh, 440 damage. Dropping to 41, 62A picks up the final kill. Just good stuff. Let's take a look at the post-game stats of that match. So the post-game stats for this particular one are pretty crazy. Did just shy of 6,000 damage in that match. Got myself a couple nice shinies, the high caliber, and the Confederate medal. Even more surprising, managed to bounce a few shots. One from a very surprising bounce from an IS-7. It was a very big and nasty gun. And yet, only good enough for a second-class mastery badge. And I literally got this screen and said, what do people do with this tank if this is only second-class mastery? It's really a spectacularly amazing tier 10 medium. If we move on to the team screen, we shall see that, yeah, by far and away, the most ridiculous damage dealer. I really thought that 62 had a way higher damage deal. He only got, he merely got 3,000 damage, which for me, in my 140, I'd be quite happy with 3,000 damage. Feel like that IS-3 Azawa hero clan, 2,000 damage in a tier 10 game. Well done, sir. The IS-3 is a beast of a tank, but it's still a very tough matchup for that vehicle, and he still managed to pull his weight. Our artillery pulled his weight right before he got run over by the Leopard, unfortunately, with almost 4,400 damage. Ridiculously good shooting for an artillery. Other team actually had some good players too. Not only just the Leopard, who pulled himself also up to nearly 4,000 damage. The D-75 I was pounding on managed to pull himself 2,500. Their IS-3 got nearly 2,000. Great match for him. One of the AT-15s managed 1,700. And the Jaeger actually, it says here he got 2,000 damage and 2 kills. I almost wonder if he just, did two 1,000 damage shots to two different tanks, because that's kind of what that gun does. But yeah, Bat Chat. What am I driving again? I don't even own a Bat Chat yet. Object 140 gets to be the dominant vehicle of that particular matchup. Finally, we have, of course, the personal stats, in which we can see sort of how ridiculous this was. Fired 36 shots and got 28 hits, which is actually not bad accuracy, but only 19 pence because, well, he's 75. Very, very troll armor, even against a higher tier vehicle. Most of that was at pretty close quarters. You can see I did just over 5,000 damage at 300 meters or less. I only at one point stopped at longer range and took some shots because, well, they were there. But overall, it was a much closer range battle for the Object 140, which is generally where it likes to have it. Managed to block over 1,000 damage with my armor. Gotta love that armored belt around the turret. Even if it does have a very weak turret top, the dispersion of guns sometimes means that people aim at the top of your tank and they either miss it or they end up bouncing it off of the turret belt, the belt of actual armor on the turret instead. Traveled 4 kilometers, not surprising, considering I had to go hunt down that leopard. Even though this is a, thankfully I was on a premium account, or I would have lost money. But even with the premium account, thankfully didn't have to fire any expensive heat shells, so I drive away with a 22,000 credit profit. And after my double and my mission, there was a mission going on for hunting TDs, if I remember correctly. Pulled off a 3,542 experience, 160 free XP game. I hope you all enjoyed watching that. Good game, and good night.